The new power 700 series is based upon ASE-15 technology.
Then power 7 is based on risk technology.
Yes, it is the same. It's the same risk processor. Yeah. It started with Power 4, 2001. Power 5 came out in 2003 or 4. Power 6 came out in about 2006. Power 7 came out this year, 2010. And it's basically evolution of the same risk technology that IBM designed in 2004 and 2001. Same
Because when the first Alpha came out, Alpha was based upon the risk technology.
Alpha was awesome. The hottest chip on the planet. In fact, here's the funny part. When we finally did the embargo in China and started shipping them high-performance computers, we had them shut off for a long time. We finally lifted the curtain and let China start shipping in high-performance computers. They bought every Alpha box that you find on the planet. Alpha in 1991 was the first 64-bit technology. The multi-core was the first 64-bit technology, the fastest, highest clock on the planet. It was a great chip. And it was technology. And very much by the same guys who did VAX. Great technology. It's not about the technology. Alpha couldn't sell any chip anymore.
There's no relationship between Alpha and power.
None whatsoever. Complete set of new design guys, completely different design team, different set of binaries. Entirely different. Yeah. Alpha just lost its way because Compact bought them, and the Compact guys didn't know what a Unix box was. I know that because they hired me to do consulting for them too. The Alpha guys, the digital guys at Compact, hired me to come in and market digital Compact. Because the guys had no idea what digital was. When the two guys found out I was doing it, they hired me to market tandem to Compact. So in Las Vegas one year, I got in front of all of the Compact sales force and I said, okay, this is the PCs you guys have been always selling. This is a digital box. It's called an Alpha True 64 box. This is just a big PC. This is a tandem nonstop. This is a huge PC. We got it. Nobody told us that. So if you look at the Spark T2000 family, this is the first generation of Niagara boxes. 92 of those fits into a single 4-socket 750 in terms of throughput and performance. Okay. If you look at the Superdome, the Itanium, 8-to-1 Itaniums. 8 Itanium boxes, 64-core to 128-core Itanium boxes, we can now fit in one single chassis. Think of what that could do for a data center. What does this mean to you? Well, let me show you. If you go Intel, or if you continue to try to walk down the path, this is what happens. You have a database server, and you have an application server. You basically got 16 cores deployed, because these are 8-core servers, older 8-core servers. You need to grow that, so you put a couple more servers in. We need to have failover, so you put a standby server in. Then you need to grow it, so you put 4 in and 2 standby servers. All of a sudden, you're up to 96 cores. And now, you got 30 databases. You got 30 servers doing 30 databases and the application servers, 480 cores. You got 20 standby servers for 320. You got 800 cores. Think of what that does to data center space, but more importantly, think of what that costs in licensing. Okay? Should pay for the license. I don't have any Sybase folks in here. I want you to understand something. That's expensive from Sybase. If instead, by the way, this stuff is still only running in the range of, even if it's a good Unix box, 20 to 25% utilization. Instead, you put in a power box, and you run it at 50% utilization, which is pretty low for most power boxes. We get that down to 4 64-core boxes, that's 240 cores, and spare CPUs that you don't pay for, okay? But total, 256 cores. So now I'm taking you from 800 cores 256 cores to get the same kind of performance, the same reliability, and to get the equal performance, the same reliability. What does that do to your license fees? I mentioned the performance and throughput. What does it do to your license fees? Okay? But what if I can get 67% utilization, which is where we'd like to run these boxes? We'd really like to run them at 67%. If I run them at 67%, I only need 6 of them. If I need 6, all of a sudden, I dropped to 192 cores, from 800 to 192. Do the math on software licenses. What do you think that's going to save you? Right? But not just software licenses. Think about all that rack space that you're using up. It goes down to a couple of racks. Significantly different way of doing business. That's the key. So we migrate it. We put it into a set of power boxes instead of the Intel or the Sun world. We have the same kind of clustering for standby. You have a couple choices. You can do ASE, ASE, the cluster edition. You can do Sybase ASE and cluster with either Veritas clustering if you're comfortable with that, or IBM's high availability HACMP if you want to do that. We can cluster it a couple ways. What that does for your licenses, right? And we'll know when in clustering, basically we put the production database on here and a clustered failover on here. Then you put another production database on here and a clustered failover in here. You put Test7QA on both of them so you have some spare room. If this server fails, production fails over, pick up the CPUs it needs, continues to run while you fix this one. Okay? And then when it comes back up, you just fail it back over and start running it. The other thing is you can move these partitions around like VMware. You ever heard of vMotion? Everybody heard of vMotion? Any VMware folks in here? vMotion allows you to move virtual servers from physical machine to physical machine. We can do the same thing with this. So you can actually vMotion, or in essence we call it cluster mobility. Partition mobility, this thing. IBM comes up with some really dumb names. I don't think they needed marketing guys enough. So we can actually move the partition over here, do maintenance on this, and then move it back. Okay? So there's a lot of flexibility in how we put these things together. And we talked about being able to do two 8-core boxes with that E6900. If we're doing Power 7, suddenly we end up with one single 2-core server doing the same work. That's the difference. It just gets better and better and better as we move along. Okay? We can migrate. We have a lot of experience in migrating. In fact, Steve Fear is going to come up and talk to you about a lot of the experience we've had. Being able to migrate these partitions, the idea how we develop a return on investment solution for it, and help you understand what the process is about and what kind of expertise we have across the board between IBM and Logica and ISIS, the expertise we have together to be able to make all this exciting stuff happen for you. Okay? Workflow optimization, virtualization, resiliency. Two choices. You buy Intel from Intel or Intel from AMD, or you got power. Understand the difference, and very few people do. Very few people really understand what power is. You now understand the difference. You now have the opportunity to make a choice. And by the way, we Intel as well. We just don't smile when we do Intel. Okay? If companies want to do Intel, that's fine with us. Pick your poison. We'll help you administer it. This is what I call power to the people. These are the current game technologies on the market. The Xbox, the PlayStation, Nintendo, all of them run with power technology, all of them running Linux. So I think you're not running Linux, your kids are. Okay? I call this power to the people. This is where we're headed. So I'm going to turn it over to Steve Fear. He's going to talk to you about where we go, what we've done, how we've done this in the marketplace, and give you a little bit of an idea of what an ROI looks like, because he's got an actual test case for you. Steve, it's up to you, sir.
Excuse me, one question. The ThinkPad laptop that I used to have, before.
It's got those.
But Intel,
That's stupid infrastructure. And runs stupid Windows on top of that. Now, the Apples used to run Power. All the Apple computers up until about a year and a half ago ran Power. They only just went to Intel because they had such a demand for Windows. They have to run Windows. So what people do is they buy an Apple laptop. They put Fusion, what VMware calls Fusion, which is a single-user version of VMware. They put Fusion on it. They run Apple in one partition, and they run Windows in another partition. The best of both worlds. So they took an Intel chip just recently. Microsoft uses IBM in the Xbox 360, not Intel.
Thanks. So my name is Steve Fear. I'm actually a power system sales rep for IBM. I want to talk really about how do you justify, you heard about all this great technology from Terry. After I'm done, you're going to hear from Jeff talk about how you optimize the environment that you have. My own IBM is I have competitive customers. So the customers that I talk to are Sun and HP accounts that don't have IBM, or old accounts with an IBM that haven't bought in years. Here's our technology is that you